everyone, welcome to Heart of Avocado. My name is Tapasia, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing an updated vinyl record setup. I'm going to put a link to my old setup somewhere up here in the card so you can check it out if you're interested. But basically I have downsized my setup a lot. It is really tiny now, as you can see. It's a long, complicated story of how I got here, but basically I'm going back to my minimalist roots. In my last home, I kind of lost that part of myself a little bit due to a lot of circumstances, mainly my COVID hobby hoard, which if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. But I have been minimizing like crazy since I moved into my new apartment, and this place has bamboo flooring, so I decided to go with a very Japanese mid-century theme. And I'm so in love with this setup. But basically all my furniture is like bamboo themed, and this is kind of what it looks like. This is a little overview of it. My coffee table is so messy right now, excuse that. So if you saw my previous video, you probably saw that I had a 2x8 Kallax unit, and I was using the cubby portion for all of my books because I realized that all my books fit in there and I didn't need a bookcase, and I was using the top of it for my vinyl record player setup. But in this place, after I sold all the white furniture that wasn't going with the aesthetic of this place, I decided to get an actual bamboo bookcase, and I put that in my bedroom, which my bedroom tour will be coming soon. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you want to see what my bedroom looks like. So after I sold the Kallax, that left me with nowhere to put my vinyl record player. I tried looking at a bunch of different vinyl record player tables, and nothing was really hitting the spot. And then I saw this little 3-tier bamboo shelf on Marketplace, and I didn't initially buy it for my vinyl record player. I kind of just bought it on a whim because it went with my aesthetic and I figured I would find some use for it or another. Initially, I tried putting it in my entryway and using it there. I liked it, I liked the look of it, but it wasn't really functional. Then I put it in my room to try it as a nightstand, and again, it's kind of too high for my bed setup, so that wasn't really going. And then bam, the light bulb went off in my mind, and I realized that this was the perfect size for my Audio-Technica vinyl record player. And I tried it, I put it on top, and look at this. It's literally a perfect fit. So of course I ended up using this for my vinyl record player setup. So as you can see, it's very minimal. At the very top, I have my vinyl record player, and I'll have my player as well as my speakers linked down in the description box below if you're interested. And then on the second shelf, I have my speakers. So as you can see, I kind of have them at an odd angle. So my Kallax unit before was quite long, so I was able to space out my speakers really well. I had one all the way on the left, and I had one speaker all the way on the right. So it was very spaced out, and it was a really good setup in terms of sound because you got a little bit of that surround sound effect. But with this bamboo shelf being so tiny, there's no way to really space out the speakers. So initially I tried putting them straight, like something like this, but then it's like all the sound is just coming from here. So now I'm not like a sound connoisseur or something. I don't really need to have like the perfect surround sound setup, but I do want a little bit of distance between the speakers. So my solution to that was to just put these at an angle. So one speaker faces that direction like this, and the other speaker faces this direction, and that kind of works really well. It sounds really good, and it really fills up the space with some great sound. So I'm really happy with this. I know a lot of people might not like this kind of setup for their speakers, but I think it works out really well. So one thing I'm still working on is cable management. This is not the nicest. To be honest, I've never actually done much cable management. I don't really know which products I should buy. It's something I still have to research. Maybe some sort of clips to hold it in place or something like that. I still have to look into that, but I do really want to get into cable management so I can make this look really nice. And also under my desk in my room, oh my gosh, it is such a disaster of cables. So that's something I still have to get into. If you have any recommendations relating to cable management, tell me down in the comments below. But anyway, let's move on to the very last shelf. So the last shelf is where I keep all of my vinyl records. So I'm gonna come around to this side for this. So if you notice, this has slats that are vertical, and if I were to put my records facing this way, they would just fall through the cracks. And of course I could just rotate this whole thing, but the screws are showing on this side, whereas the front is smooth. Same problem with that side. So I have to have this side facing the front, and then that means that my vinyl records have to face this way so that they won't fall through the slats. However, I don't mind at all because I actually like this because it gives me the opportunity to put one of my records on display. Like, look at this one. It looks so pretty. This is a huge set of records. It's The Magical World of Melody, and I found this whole thing which has like 12 records in it for like $1, and the cover is just so beautiful. And I just switched to this recently. Before this, I had my beloved Stardew Valley record up here on display. So I actually really like this because it gives me the opportunity to showcase my records. In terms of my collection, I think since my last video, I got rid of 2 more Taylor Swift records. I got rid of 1989 and Folklore. And the reason I decided to get rid of those 2 is because I really want to buy the Howl's Moving Castle OST on vinyl. I'm obsessed with the music from Howl's Moving Castle, and I think it would sound so incredible on vinyl. So I've decluttered those 2 records so I can sell them and put that money into buying the new record that I want. That's kind of how I like doing things because my income is quite low. So I honestly have absolutely $0 for discretionary income. So the way I buy new things is usually I'll go through my stuff, I'll find something I'm not that into anymore, I'll sell that, and I'll roll over that money into my new purchase. And that allows me to buy quite a lot of new things without spending too much money. So that is it for my vinyl record player setup. I am so happy with it, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. As always, tell me what you think down below because I love talking with you guys in the comments and hearing your thoughts. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!